Hi, everybody. I brought Harry Christie from Devil's Playground 2 channel. If you used to watch him and Nigel together, he does have his own channel now, which is Gnostic Artist 68 on YouTube. And I brought him on to explain the opportunity that I just posted a video about because I'm looking for a new platform and I think this is it. So we are not here to sell you anything. This is actually free for a month, maybe a little longer than that, probably, wouldn't you say, Harry? Like
Yeah.
40, 45 to 60 days, but they were talking about 45. So a little over a month, we're getting in the back door. So I'm looking at this as a gift where everybody makes money, but it's something you got to wrap your head around a little bit. So Harry and I sat down with the CEO and talked with him. I don't know what I was doing sitting there talking to a CEO of $1 billion company, but anyway, I think this has fallen into our laps. It fell to Harry's lap and then to mine in turn. And I think it's because I've been saying everything that's been taken from us, the souls, is now returned with 100% interest. And I put 100% interest because they've been stealing. They took things that they didn't have our permission to take. So I think this is one of these miracles coming in. But what I'm finding is people are so opposed to anything positive or believing in anything could be positive. A lot of the truthers have gotten locked into a mindset of, okay, we discovered this world, what it really is. They've been lying to us, da 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 da. But that doesn't mean there's nothing good. So we were actually talking to the owner to try to figure out exactly how this was going to work. I mean, we're just jumping in because you know him and then it feels right to me. So um, I was kind of looking at it, is it an MLM? Here's the thing with MLMs, and I I don't really think so, but I feel like MLMs, like some of them have a not good product or not good payout or both. So it really depends on the MLM, but both of us are in the Life Wave, which has a good product and it has an excellent payout. So this is one of the things I can't get people to wrap their mind around. Even if Life Wave, those X39 patches, even if they were garbage and did nothing, because the payout is so good, it doesn't even matter about the product, even though they have both. So
Yeah,
if
it's
everybody,
unusual. It's unusual to find product that's so effective and does so much for so many, and at the same time isn't hoarding all the money. They're giving it back to people who share it. Look, the first reason why anyone does an MLM is so that you avoid the middleman of having your product have to be on someone's shelf, which you're just paying for space.
bingo, but a lot of those companies don't set it up right so that their people don't make the money.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the point of Lifeway, which I couldn't get people to wrap their head around this. Well, the product, is it going to work? And it doesn't even matter if it works. Just get people on board. If you can spend $100 a month is the only requirement. I mean, some of these it was 350 a month that I have to buy, even though they
Ridiculous.
had good products, but I would just break even. If it's $100 a month and you're going to make $1,000 a month, $25,000 a month, and so on, it's a no-brainer. So, but I cannot get people to grasp that. They're so focused on the product and whether the product's good. And it is good. It's working for a lot of people. But like you said, Harry, some people it's not going to work for because they've set in their mind that it won't work. And sometimes that's unconsciously, but they're so used to being in the groove of nothing works, da da da. And that's like the truthers are so used to thinking now in terms of everything's a lie. Where is it? Oh, I see a symbol, I see this, I see that. So we're going to try to help you wrap your head around this as a possible miracle. I'm seeing it as one of these miracles I've called in, LifeWave being one of them as well. For me, I would not be sitting here right now talking without LifeWave. I was going down the tubes. I don't know if any of you knew that. I was going down the tubes last January, January of last year. So, and that's when I got introduced in February to LifeWave. So, I kind of feel like I'm just going to talk, and then Harry, you can talk. I'm trying to make it fast though.
Yeah, you go ahead and continue. I'm going to do something real quick, but I'm going to be listening. Okay.
Okay. So, I kind of feel like this might start out as looking like an MLM, but it's not. It's it's more like a subscription service that pays you. How many subscription services do you have that pay you? So again, it's one of these things we have to wrap our head around. What do you mean they're going to pay us? And people don't get that. So I think Harry's going to talk about that a little bit. But this, as far as I gathered from the CEO, this is going to unroll in phases, and it's going to start off with content, premium content, which Harry will also explain because we don't know what that content is. We don't know who these people are. So he's going to explain that. And and then it's going to kind of morph into something more like YouTube, where you only, instead of paying, like as you join somebody's channel on YouTube for premium content, you're not going to have to join everything. You're going to get it for for 24.95. You're going to get access to everything, but you're also going to get paid. They're going to allow you to be an affiliate where they pay you properly, not the 0.0001% or whatever that I get from some of these companies. So for the affiliates, it might start off a little bit like an MLM, but he did tell me that if you're somebody that wants to start a new YouTube channel or a new content creator, you're wanting to start, but you don't want to go to YouTube, you will get an organic traffic audience at some point. So let's see. The difference with this company, though, is they're going to pay you crazy money. They're going to pay the listeners, your audience, money. It's all crazy money to me when I look at the income calculator, but they're also putting all of their cut that they get back into the business to keep it running. Because from what I understand, these guys starting this thing have already made all their money, and this is kind of a spiritual mission for them. They made this for the people. So when I get people jumping at me right away, it's, I'm just getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of the negativity, but that's just me. So I'm gonna have you talk, Harry, about whatever
Yeah.
you want to say and kind of give your end of it because you know these guys personally.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, like I'm going to say some of the stuff that Anne Marie just mentioned. Um, I'm going to repeat it because we're both talking about this from our own perspectives, and uh, what Anne Marie's been able to glean from our meetings and talking to Mike, on a one-on-one basis, is everyone picks up on different things, and she's definitely picking up on a lot of stuff. But last week, both of us, we both made videos on the same topic, and the focus is all about just helping everyone and everyone and anyone. Um, Everyone's in need to create some type of income in this type of society that we're living in now. Everything is so there's no surety. Is my job going to be available tomorrow? Is AI going to take over? Am I going to become an obsolete person in my field? There's a lot of uncertainty. So what a lot of people are seeing is, why don't we take advantage of social media? This is the new generation of uh, things to do, occupations. If you have a special knowledge or trade, there's a lot of people out there that don't have certain abilities. Like I've been able to fix so many things just from watching a video, whereas I'd have to call a repair person and they're going to charge me hundreds of dollars where I fixed it for the cost of the part. And of course, that's been done for years just on YouTube, and it's free. Yeah, no doubt. But as Anne Marie just said, Mike Popovich is the name of the guy who is the CEO of the company. He's created it. Him and a small team of people have brainstormed and figured out a way to have a platform not perform like the traditional forms of like YouTube and TikTok and all Meta and all the others, because there's a lot of great content and information on those. But uh, the point here is we want to create something where it's going to be world-changing information too. It's not just going to be like what I just mentioned, me being able to fix my car or turn off a check engine light. This is going to be life-changing information, information that it'd be kind of comparable to going to a specialized training and getting certification. Not I'm saying you're going to get certification here, but you're going to gain some kind of knowledge that's going to change your life. It's not going to be just, hey, I know how to change my tire now. It's going to be life-changing, monumental stuff. And the first thing that most people say is the question that we cringe when we hear it because it's just you got to think a little bit beyond the traditional questions. And that one question is, why would I pay for something that's already free online? And it's basic. Like I said, YouTube, TikTok, Meta, all the other platforms, they monetize the user. And the reason it's free is because they're gleaning all of your information right from underneath you, right from underneath your nose, and you don't realize you are the product that they're pushing. All right, because they're collecting all your data, they sell all your data, and then they've already made their money. So they don't need they're collecting the money that you should be getting because you're sharing all this stuff, and they're not paying you, but you are the product. So all the clicks and all the stuff that you're providing for the content creator, you see none of it. And even the content creator struggles to even uh, be paid for the information he's putting out unless he's going to charge you for like a master class or some special training that he'll have on a private website. So what Social Goat's doing? What they're going to do is they're going to do the exact opposite. And what's happening is we're going to create a base of subscribers, and in that process, we're going to have the content creators coming in, creating their content, sending it out, and in that process, we who are members, because you can become a member and an affiliate, and then there's two tiers to it. Um, from the legal point of view, you can't have a platform allow you to earn money as an affiliate unless it's also available to just be a member. And so that's why there's two groupings of charges when you sign up with Social Goats. Because if you want, you can just be someone who's there for the educational purpose. But if you do want to make money, you have to sign up as an affiliate because otherwise the legality prevents that from happening. And Mike has gone into detail on the system that he's set up, and of course he's gone through his legal team and they've set him up. And he's not saying that this is an MLM, but at the same time, if it makes money for everyone who's a part of it, cares what you're going to call it. That's kind of like in a nutshell. I don't like putting labels on stuff. And if something has a negative connotation, that's the last thing you want. But I'll be honest with you, if something's going to make money, like Anne-Marie, you said, if you have a product that really works, and one of the reasons they made it like um, a multi-level marketing or a network marketing product is so that you don't have to go to some store to go buy it. And then part of the cost of that product is the shelf space. There's no shelf space. You get it directly from the manufacturer. In this case, there's no physical product here. What's being sold here is a product that's going to improve your life. And at the same time, if you're sharing it, you're going to make money. And we're talking serious money where you're going to realize they said up to 7 to 10 times bigger return than um, any of the other platforms.
I'm gonna
The
interrupt you
next
for a
thing,
minute too.
yeah,
Sorry.
sure,
The
sure.
store, if you go buy it at the store doesn't pay you either. They don't pay you
Yeah.
money
Look, these
for
other platforms, they keep all the money. And from
mhm.
what I understand, traditionally, in the beginning, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all the intent was to share that money with the public. But they saw the return that they were getting, and they said, "No, we're greedy. We're going to keep it. And if they want to make money, they need to monetize it some other way." So the who, what, when, and why is the next part that I want to kind of cover. The who is Mike Popovich. You know, once someone learns about social goats through me or Anne Marie or even people below us, they kind of lose touch with who's the starting point of this company. Who is the one that created this? We don't even know who Mike Popovich is. Well, I've known Mike for 6 years now, and some of my friends have known Mike for 25 years. And the people who are the close circle of this business, these are professionals and they've known him for that long, 10, 20, 30 years almost. And our friendship is based on successful business transactions. We help each other. He's done other great businesses where he's been the top person in his field. And he's a developer, he's a business developer, he's a real estate developer. He pretty much everything he touches and has control of um, has been successful. There's things that he's been a minor part of, and he's kind of walked away from it because he sees that he saw that there was no end game in it, and it wasn't a benefit. But like I said, some of the people that have known him since 1999, everything he's done that he's been a good part of has all been successful. And I think if it wasn't the case, I would definitely not want Anne Marie to be involved in this. If it was risky, if it was something where it wasn't proven that he knew what he was talking about, I wouldn't even mention it to anyone of like a friendship that I had with. So in the initial phases, though, let me just be clear. Social Ghosts, they're going to provide daily content as well as masterclass content. Um, let's see, content, other platforms, they probably won't be able to have or handle. Um, and they'll have the same type of presenters uh, that would on other platforms charge hundreds of dollars for their content. But here, for the membership price, you get it all. You get the general content plus the masterclass content. And you're not saying, okay, where's the hidden charge? And that's where, a lot of people they can't wrap their minds around how is this possible? And it's just the system is set up because Social Goats isn't there to just grab it all and run and say, okay, you figure it out now. It's going to be all inclusive. So you become a member, you keep it as long as you want. Let's say you want it to become, something that you saw that the content creator has, and you've mastered it. You could cancel at any time and say, okay, I'm done. I got what I wanted. But really, there's going to be such a wide spectrum of content. And this is just phase one. Like I said, phase one is going to be just educational material that's going to be like, business building or enlightenment and those types of topics. But again, remember, phase two is going to be more so of kind of being more like some of the other platforms. But again, they're not going to hold on to the money. They're going to pay you to be part of it, like learning and sharing. And again, in this first phase, they're going to try to monitor. They only want approved content, so they're going to have to look at everyone's content and say, all right, this is going to happen in phase one. Yeah, oh, yours, I'm sorry, this is going to be phase two, so we're going to wait maybe a few months. And then the other thing you have to remember, since it's a subscriber base that you are bringing in this group, you don't have to worry about algorithms because the people that you've brought in are going to still watch your content. It's not going to be like one day this other group is going to be focused and you're out. That's where you get shadow banned. One day no one's watching your stuff, the next day someone's watching it, and then everyone's watching it, and then no one's watching it again. That's what um, some of these other platforms do, and they kind of control you once you're part of it. um, so we got no algorithms. The other key point is in this initial stage, it's only going to be United States based in terms of who's going to get money paid back to them. And the only reason for that is in this first few months is because from a legal standpoint, every country individually has to make an agreement with social goats in order to function in this way of, having everyone get paid. Because every country has different laws. So each one has to come in individually. And, they're thinking within a few months, it's going to be worldwide. It's not going to be, next year, or it's going to be just in a matter of weeks to months that internationally everything's going to have traction. So honestly, the stage is set for social goats to get quality information out there that's going to help everyone to to be set to have an income. Um, Mike said it. He wants to be kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard of this gentleman. His name is Mr. Beast, and his goal is just to help the public. He wants to help that single mom who is really struggling with her part-time job to make ends meet, to be a provider for her family. And, just anyone who's struggling right now in this economy. The wave of the future is going to be electronic media. And I honestly believe that with this type of technology available and having the ability to share content that's going to be uplifting, and it's going to be monitored by human beings. It's not going to be one of those things where you go online and you ask the bot a question and it gives you some general answer. This is going to be people behind the scenes to help if you have a problem. And, if people this is going to be at one of those places where you're going to be bombarded by hate. It's going to be way, way more human than just computer generated BS. So those are the talking points that I want to cover.
Okay.
And I think it's crucial that people understand the message that if you've ever watched any of our videos, we talk about knowledge and wisdom. And just know that, watching videos, we gain a lot of knowledge all the time, depending on the content and the format. But knowledge is nothing without wisdom. And what wisdom is going to represent is, are you going to take that knowledge and just sit on it and sit on it like a chicken on her eggs? Or are you going to take that knowledge and actually do something with it? You remember, you have to take that knowledge and do something with it rather than just be stagnant. And in this case, the do something means, become that member, but just not just become a member. Talk about it and share it. You're not going to sell it, just share it, explain to people that it's learning and earning. That's the best way I can put it. Learn and earn. Would you pay to earn? Of course you would. If you pay 24 or $30 a month, and then you're making hundreds or even thousands just from sharing it, it's you more than pay for your membership and anyone else's. Maybe you want to buy one for your mom. Maybe you want to buy one for your kids. Everyone has that opportunity to earn and learn, and that's the focal point that I wanted to make sure that everyone got um, in their minds to understand. It's not just subbing. Once you're a sub, you have to do something with that. You have to talk to people. And that's the way YouTube grew. They grew because someone told someone, "Hey, join this. It's free." Well, in this case, if you want something for free, guess what you're going to get? You're not going to get much in return. And in this case, you're going to pay a little bit, but you're going to more than get it back tenfold.
Yeah. Well, I had some thoughts on everything you've been saying, especially the knowledge and wisdom. I love that. You can get the knowledge, but the wisdom is the ability to discern the knowledge. Just because it's knowledge or information doesn't mean it's true or it's resonating. So I
Yeah.
think wisdom's that discernment that comes from the soul. But I had some thoughts come up from this that also could be that some of them are kind of questions I've been getting and things. But
Sure.
yeah, what you said about YouTube. So it's eventually going to be somewhere where you can go look and see how to fix your car or whatever. It's going to morph into like a YouTube and hopefully replace it. But yeah, you'll be dealing with humans instead of the entity that's running YouTube. And you
Yes.
have to sit there and as a content creator and just fling stuff at the wall and hope it gets some traction or goes viral. And then you get this one-time payment. So this will be an ongoing payment of just being on here. You could put up one video and if your subscribers are still on, you're still getting paid. But one thing I wanted to, well, a couple more things about the business. This first month's free. I mean, Harry's literally bringing us in through the back door right now. So you have a month to find people that are interested, share it, get a group together. So when it launches, you're ready to go. You start getting paid right away. Um, but that 24.95 a month to like consume content or be, I guess, be a content creator is like nothing. That's nothing.
Oh yeah.
And the 495, I think the 495 is an affiliate. You make that back immediately as soon as one person comes on. It's just you make $5. So, and they're never going to change the algorithm. That's what happened with Senegence, the lip sense. It was a great MLM. The pay it could be a lot better, but it was going like gangbusters where you were making money because Facebook was sharing group content and letting you promote it. They had LuLaRoe clothing and Senegence was going crazy on there, and then they changed the algorithm, and everybody LuLaRoe kind of didn't go out of business. I don't know if it's out of business, but a lot of the people selling it went out of business. And so this will never change the algorithm on you. And I'm going to have my classes up there to start since it's starting out phase one as class based. Mine will be on there. I don't know whenever he lets me put some of my stuff. So for 24.95, you'll get all of my classes plus all the classes I'll keep adding. So I'll probably take them off the website and just let you pay one fee and then you can do whatever you want, but you'll get the entire platform's content. So I kind of think of it as people's platform. And but one thing I wanted to say, like the logo, so I'm having questions about the logo. Harry and I have already looked at that. I mean, didn't I annoy you? That was the first thing I said. Well, Harry, there's a goat and there's a lightning
Yeah.
bolt, and you laughed
Yeah.
at me.
Right.
But I mean, that doesn't mean they're involved in anything. I think his wife came up with this, and it's the greatest of all time, a goat. So
Yeah.
they want you to be the greatest that you can be. That was their goal, and to be the greatest of all time social content creator or just you and as a person. So that's where this came from. But I mean,
Re-
their other logo is a pink dolphin, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I can really get anything
Well,
from a pink dolphin.
remember, the one thing a lot of people forget is they associate a lot of symbolism, and they say, "Oh, well, that could be evil." If the intent of any symbol is for the betterment or of being something good, it doesn't compare to something with an intent of being bad. So um, here, the intent is solely to help individuals to learn and be profitable. Like I said, earn and learn. You know, the learn
Yeah.
part is going to help you to earn, and the earning part is because you're going to better yourself with knowledge, and then you're going to go out and be able to do a job. But at the same time, if you just share it, you're also earning. So maybe you don't have to go out and do any type of job. But honestly, how boring is life going to be with when you're not doing anything? So people want to do stuff. And the bottom line is if you focus so much on the negativity of what a logo could be, I mean, I think you could take even a cross and assign a negative value to it, right? So
Yeah.
remember, it's the energy you put into something and what the intent of that energy is. A gun can be good, a gun can be bad. A knife can be good, a knife can be bad. So anything that can be good with good intent, if you have bad intent, it can be bad. How many people die because they overuse their spoons? Think about that.
Well, good point. The reason these elites or whatever they want to call themselves,
Yeah,
deep state factions, AI, whatever, the reason they use these symbols is to siphon off the good side of it. That's why they use the numbers like 33. 33 is a really good positive number. So they're trying to siphon off that luck or good karma. They're always about karma off of that number. That's why they're using it. It's not because 33 is a bad number or anything here can be good or bad. Yeah, it's just like you said. So I've got this. If you got a couple minutes or just a few more minutes, I brought the calculator up
oh yeah. Mm.
um just to kind of tie together what we're talking about. So this is if you just want to be an affiliate, right, Harry, the on the
Yeah,
left.
right
So
on the
you
left
pay
side.
4.95 a month and you bring one person in, you just made $5. And you
Yeah,
didn't just make $5 one time. You're going to get paid $5 every single month for bringing that person in. So you
yes.
literally have your 4.95 paid for, right? Am I getting that
Yep,
right?
yep.
And if that one person shares it with one person, now you're making $10 a month. But the goal is over time to bring in 10 people, whether you do that 1 month or 10 months. And if you bring in 10 people, then you start getting the bonus, don't you, Harry? Or is it over
Yep. Yeah.
10?
Yeah, I think you might have to have 10 underneath you as well.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you bring in 10.
Yeah. And look at the difference.
Let's put this back
Yeah.
to one.
Back to
So
one.
you
Yeah.
brought in 10.
Hmm.
So now you're
And
getting
look at
this
that 20. Look,
$20
you said,
bonus.
yeah, that's where you get the 20% bonus right there.
But not all these people are going to be sitting on their laurels doing nothing, especially when this starts taking off. So maybe they
Yeah.
bring in 10. Yeah, now you're
Yeah.
making 1650 every single month. And it isn't like, oh, I've got to go bring in 10 new people. You're making this off of these same people being there. That's
Remember
insane.
that, yeah, that column right there, the affiliate one, tier one, is you finding people. And in this case, this is where your knowledge is doing the wisdom part, right? Because you're going to go out there and you're going to talk to people. And we're talking, how many people do you run into that just want something new? They want to try something new, they want to learn something new. And yeah, it's going to cost them a little bit of money to become a member. But look how easy, just from someone having interest in something, wanting to look at something and learn something that is of value, and not just like we said, how to do your check engine light on your car, or how to repair my roller skates that don't work anymore, whatever. You're gonna get knowledge that is gonna be uplifting and beneficial to you in so many ways. And you just got to encourage those people who are in that tier two, that they could talk and encourage people too, because that's where the magic happens. Look at that. In the 10 in tier one represents, let's say, a month, one person a month. So you could make that a 12, right? You want to make that a 12 on the
Well,
tier one?
let's emphasize though that they are going to be able to repair their skin. Like all that content
Yeah.
that's on YouTube is going to be on there. It's not just
Yes.
going to be
Yeah.
classes,
Yes.
but these 10 people that you talk to, that's all you did. You talked to 10 people. You never have to talk to them again. You don't have to bring in anybody else if you didn't want to. You'll still keep getting this 1650. That's what's
Yeah.
nuts. But let's say you talk to, yeah, over 12 months, you only talk to, you showed that example,
Yeah.
and they talk to people. It just keeps going up. And
So after 1 year, once you've accumulated 12 and 12, every year you're going to be making that following year you're going to be making 2650 every month.
right. And
And
let's say these
but
people go nuts. I mean, they could be bringing in 50 people.
look,
I mean, it could
I've
just
seen
go nuts.
I've seen people who they'll sit on it and not talk about it, and I've seen people go out there and find instantly 10 people each. So
Right,
it but
but you're going to get
there's
resistance, like I was talking about at the beginning, because people cannot grasp something positive. This can't possibly be true. We've been
yeah,
taught that if it's too good to be true, it can't happen. And I've been telling people the miracles are coming in and they don't want to hear it. They want to stay in the doom and gloom. We're in a soul trap. We're screwed, blah, blah, blah. And I just can't take it anymore. There's other things happening, but so it's going to
the
take a
negative.
bit, I think, Harry, for some people to wrap their head around it and these people are going to have to see, oh my gosh, look what he's making. And then it's going to go gangbusters. But I could be
Well,
wrong. I don't know.
remember, and we said it in the presentation part. YouTube initially was supposed to do this, but when they saw the numbers and when they saw how people for free wanted to, jump on board, they said, "We're not going to give them this money. We're not going to let them have it because it's just too much." And people are willing to not get paid to do a job to share and create this algorithm. And
Yeah.
that's why we have been, like you said, programmed to think this 33,000 number is impossible. No, it's not. It's simple. And then if you go to the right side, where you have the earning estimator for the content creator,
Yeah.
content creators, they work hard, they make videos, and they're informing and teaching people, and they're locked. They're locked out. They don't make the money unless they have sponsors or they have to, beg people to buy their product. And it's just so difficult.
Yeah, and we never get paid for watching all those YouTube videos and sharing. And we also get charged like 12 bucks a month or whatever it is if you don't want to look at the ads. The ads drive
Yeah,
me
premium. Yeah,
insane. Anyway,
yeah.
so they're going to just share everything. It's going to be like a people's platform. We all share the money. And so that
Do you want do you
24.95
want to
is
do
what's paying everybody. Yeah, I'll put this in here. So
yeah.
we'll just use
So
me as
like
an example. So
okay.
Harry brought me in. Let's say I bring in, what do you want to say here, Harry?
Well, I mean, you want to bring in
Lowball it? We'll say
1%.
we'll lowball it, 50 people, because I'm a small
Yeah,
channel.
yeah. And then
And
what
then
about what
those 50,
percentage? Yeah.
I didn't do 1% because I've got kind of people in different places, like
Mhm.
my email list or Facebook, but who knows how many Facebook's going to show it to. They're 1% they'll show it to. So,
Yeah.
but let's say I bring in 50 people, I'll make 250 bucks. But those people are coming in to consume content and or share share my content, right?
Yeah.
So if they all share it with one person, we're just going to lowball here at first. That's another 250. And then the platform's going to give me a 20% influencer bonus for doing work to create content. So
Yes.
I'm going to make 600 a month. So that's just starting out. Um, but Harry, I don't want to use you and put you on the spot here. I'm Harry's, I don't want to cuss. I'm his slave.
Yeah, don't say that.
Harry is going to make $5 for being on it. Is that you?
Yeah,
But
so this
200.
this bottom part would be the same as the left side, right? Because that's the same
Okay.
process.
Okay. So he'll make $5 off that off bringing me in, 250 bucks off of what those 50 people brought in, this 250
Mm.
here. Plus he's going to get a 20% bonus.
Mhm.
So he's going to make 355 bucks for doing nothing. All he did, well, I made him do this video with me, but all he did was bring me in. So let's say you bring in if you know a big channel and they bring
Yeah,
in,
I mean, what's a big channel? A big channel is someone who's got 100,000 subs, let's say, right?
okay,
And that's
so
not even big. That's not even big.
1% of their
Yeah,
fans who get it and
yeah,
they want to share content so they can make, because that's what I told Mike excited me about this, is that I don't have to be somebody that people are donating to. I don't like being in that
yeah.
position. I've always, I talked to Nigel, I've always wanted to do a group thing.
Mhm.
And if I can put content up and then the listeners make money also, I mean, I was like, oh, relieved. I mean, that was just wonderful to me.
Yeah.
But so that's what's happening here. So somebody's got 100,000, they get a very low ball figure of 1,000. Remember, this number is going to keep building because there's going to be more people coming in. So
Yeah.
this is just for 1 month. And all of those 1,000 only share it to one person or bring in one person. They're making 12 grand a month.
The content
Uh,
creator is.
and the person that brought them in is making 7 grand a month. And this is like low ball starting.
Yeah.
Now, this is starting out figures. You're going to have people coming in that have 1 million subs, or they
Yeah.
bring in, let's say, even 10,000 people, which is not out of the park at all for some of these things. And we'll just keep this number small, but look at this, they're making 120,000. But out of those 10,000, let's say they want to go to town, even changing that to a two,
Yeah.
it's like, look at this, it's just nuts. Let's say he's averaging that they're sharing it with 10 people because they want to get this 20% bonus,
Bonus.
right?
Mhm.
So they're sharing it with 10 people. They're making 1,650,000 off of 10,000 people a month. And the person
And
that brought him
again,
in is making 160,000. So
remember the people who are going to share in this tier one are going to be people who love your channel already. So when we go 1%, the people who love your channel, it's going to be more than 1% of your people. The problem is, are people bought into understanding that there is money to be made in telling people about your excellent information? Because I'm the type that when I share my information, I can't stand to hold it in. I have to
yeah, me
tell
too.
someone, right? I have to. If I don't tell someone, I feel like I'm going to explode. And sometimes I get to the point where I'm talking so fast that the other person gets like overwhelmed. But the truth of the matter is, when people have content that is so life changing, and they have a group that love their content, it's going to be more than 1% that is going to share that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and we have now, this platform has the ability to not only share the content, but pay you for sharing it. And the numbers are just, I think Mike
They're
said it the best.
astounding.
Mike said that when he talked to his legal team, they would not allow him to print out the calculator on a piece of paper with like average or below average numbers because they said this is un unfathomable. So I don't know how legal it could be, but if you create it in a calculator form where you could just punch in the numbers and spit out the answer, that would be okay. Because honestly, the small underperforming numbers were still too big for the legal team to just either wrap their mind around.
Yeah.
And just from looking at this number, tier one on the right side, affiliate tier one is is so doable. It's just people have to remember knowledge versus wisdom. Some people don't understand the difference between the two. I can have all the knowledge in the world, and if I'm not doing anything with it, where am I getting? I might be okay, but how about the people around me? Are they going to benefit? No. That's why I spew it out. I tell everyone. And in my channel, both the Devil's Playground 2 and in the Gnostic Artist 68, all I ever do is tell people, take this and please go do something with it. Now, on this platform, the do is go and talk to someone about it. Tell someone about the channel. Tell someone about the platform because they will benefit not only from the knowledge, but from the money they will receive. And that's the hardest part that I've noticed. People just don't move and do. They just hold on to, you know.
Well, I'm hoping that as truthers, the truther audience gets a little more positive about life. Okay, yeah, we know what we're in, we got all that, but that doesn't mean it can't become easier in the meantime while we're still here. And as
Oh,
long
yeah.
as they're open to accepting that and get out of that depression, all is lost. You know, so many channels out there giving theories that who knows if they're even true. Uh, they're not putting out anything that we can actually test to see if it's accurate, but they put all that out and then you're doomed. There's no solution, there's no anything. And it's like you're saying, take some action. Well, maybe if people have the money monkey off their back, they'll be a little bit more positive and we can do more. We can have the time and the energy to visualize what we want and to steer this and then get ourselves out of here. But in the meantime, there's things happening as we move in that direction. And this is one of them. This is one of the miracles. But there's still going to be people, oh, yeah, blah, 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 and whatever. Okay, bye. Just move on. If somebody is
Yeah.
negative, just move on because it's that perception thing where they cannot see it. Even if it's presented right in front of them, like if I was handing somebody this pen that's in my hand, there's no pen there. It's literally I'm handing it to them, but they can't see it. And that's the negativity. And so I'm just debating on what kind of content do I want to have? Do I want to have the truth meter on social goats? Do I want to? I don't even know if I want the truthers as my audience anymore because they're so trigger happy, negative, attack, attack, attack. And that's what everything's becoming. YouTube's becoming that because everybody on there is broke and they're having
Yeah.
to peddle products and all this other stuff because they can't afford to keep putting the information out like you. When it comes to me, it's like, oh, I got to put this out there. Well, I've stopped because of the attacks on YouTube and the entity running that thing, but also because I don't want to walk on eggshells. I don't want to, I'm tired of it. Just everybody's just
Well,
trigger happy, knee jerk attack. Oh, you do tarot attack, you do astrology attack. That's a matrix thing. No, we're coming back to again, like you said, the knife in the kitchen drawer. What do you want to use it for? It can be used for something positive. It doesn't mean you're getting contracted into something. So this is, I'm hoping this turns around the negativity and the propaganda that's been fed to the truther community since I don't know, what would you say? It seemed like it really came full force like 2021. And now we're
yeah.
seeing the results of that. Everybody's at each other's throats, everybody's in chaos and disagreeing. So maybe if we get this part of the equation solved, even if you have health issues, you've got money now to go help yourself health wise. And there'll be other things coming down the pike that are positive, that are miracles. I think this is one of them. It still remains to be seen what this is going to do, but it's free. Harry's getting you in for free or a month or more, somewhere between, depending on how fast they can get this launched. And you don't have to pay anything. In fact, when it launches, you still don't have to pay anything. They're going to send you an email and ask, do you want to go forward? Whatever. For that amount of money, I don't know why you wouldn't. And
I
if you're
mean,
on Patreon, I'm covering your cost. If you're a paying Patreon member, I'm refunding your dues for the month so that you can try this for another month. So that'll be 2 months at least that you can try this out. There's no risk. I mean,
yeah.
you're getting in at ground level here where if, like, for example, Harry is talking about breaking down the language. he'll be one of the first people on there talking about that. So if you're a content creator and you can't get any traction on YouTube, but you'll be one of the first people on here. So as soon as they let us start uploading content, other than what they're starting with for that first month, you're getting in while the getting's good. I mean, and then you're set. I mean, if I was making like even those first numbers I showed every month, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and do nothing now. This is great. I mean, I don't need a whole lot. I don't need 1,650,000 a month, but I mean, if they're gonna pay it, they're gonna pay it. So I'm a simple
Well,
person, but
remember, it's all about the people going out there and not wasting their time with the negative people, because like you said, the vibration of the person that you're going to talk to is going to dictate whether they understand, understand, visualize, see, whatever you want to say it. Um, because like we've already experienced, there are going to be people who are going to be detractors. They're going to be people who they recognize that the money system, the way it is, the way these platforms are set up, it's there to drain you, uh, put you to work, not let you prosper. And
yeah,
if the money is the key thing that frees you from being, trapped and not worrying about things, okay, that's taken care of. So then the next thing you do is you don't have to worry so much about, oh, my health isn't good. Well, now you'll have the money to go to that alternative treatment versus the pharma treatment, right?
yeah.
And then relationally, everyone's so depressed and wondering, what gender they are, or if they're, oh, I was a DEI hire, so I'm going to lose my job now. That negativity that everyone's putting out there, like even the truthers, they're telling you doom and gloom. The truth of the matter is, and I've said this many times, is okay, we're in a game, we're in a movie, we have a part that we're playing. Once we open our eyes and understand that it's a game, it's a movie, there's a script, there's a rules to the game. Let's play by our rules. Maybe we can rewrite the script a little bit and make it palatable to actually even be there. So I
That's
think
what's
once
happening with
we
this. It's humans. It's
yeah,
humans
yeah,
running it.
it's going to be people running this, not going to be some AI generated algorithm that is going to make you feel like you're just another ant in the anthill. So I think this is again the I can't stress it enough. Become a member. I mean, you're going to pay 29.95 a month if you want to be an affiliate as well, but you don't have to be both. You can stop anytime you wanted to. Let's say you didn't get the content you wanted. You stick it out for a little while, try it out, and you don't like it. Okay, whatever. But no one's gonna twist your arm. You're not gonna go to the guy next to you and force them to go and become a member. No. The people who are gonna see it for what it really is. They're gonna try it, they're gonna benefit from it, and they're gonna get money from it too. So there's gonna be an
Yeah.
educational and a monetary learn and earn, you know?
Yeah, I think this needs to, you have to have a sense of patience with this. You
Yeah.
don't have to do a video like Harry and I are doing. We're doing this because there's no social proof yet that this is going to take off or be a success. So we're trying to help you understand at the beginning stages. All you have to do, you've got these tools here. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Like, so when I put out content, I do a lot of predictions. And even though I put out a lot of things that can't be proven, I also put out a lot of stuff that will happen in the world and it's happening. So I have proof. I have social proof that I'm accurate. This doesn't have any proof yet, any social proof that it's going to work. So that's why we're trying to help you understand it. And it's going to start off phase one with those classes, but after that, it's going to morph into YouTube as content creators start putting stuff up there. I start putting my crazy stuff up, but it's got tools here. You don't need to do a video like Harry and I are doing. It's got cold call letter to influencers. So if you've got some huge channel, it's got 1 million followers or whatever that here's a letter to help you if you're too nervous to try to talk to them. The estimators on here, like I just showed you, you can download it. Here's the cute little pink dolphin. That's one of their logos. And so is the goat. So you can use those. And this, I believe this right here, it says document, but I believe that's Mike doing, it's a link to the video of Mike doing the income estimator.
which we already did.
And yeah, so you can check this stuff out. This is going to help you share it. Literally, that's all I do is just share that. Hey, you want to get in on this? Share his video on the money. And if somebody
Yeah.
doesn't care about money, they might just want, because there's people that I've talked to, they don't need money, but they do want that A+ content. And YouTube's not going to be able to follow them, what they're doing, because they have shareholders they have to pay. So this is eventually going to, if they start running this, which is what they're talking about, like YouTube, and just keep expanding, have gamers or, all kinds of stuff on here, is it those other companies are going to go, I don't know, they're going to be like sitting in the,
Well, you know what I see? I see people merging like from like in a freeway. They're going to be on the YouTube Express and they're going to merge into the social goats. Maybe not 100% in the beginning, because like I said, we're not competing with any of them.
mm-mm.
We're going to work with them. But
Right.
once people get paid to do what they're doing for free on YouTube, why would they stay there?
Stay there. I wouldn't.
Eventually, what's
Eventually.
going to happen? Yeah, eventually, what's going to happen is so many people will merge into social ghosts that social YouTube will become like an afterthought. It's like, oh yeah, remember them? And
Yeah.
again,
And
we're
the
not
other,
trying to take them out. It's just what makes sense. You're going to get paid or not get paid, and content is free. It's not going to cost you $400 for a master class, you know?
yeah, one last thing I want to say is one of the phases or their goals is let's get everybody on here and try to hit 100,000 subscribers, because when they
Yes.
hit that, they're going to start taking advertisers, and guess who gets the advertising money? We all
Yeah.
do. It's going to be
That
put into a pool and we all share it.
yeah.
And
And that part's not in the estimator, in the income estimator. That's going to come
exactly.
after. That's going to be the next level.
Yeah, so it's this is going to require patience as it goes through the phases. They got to get all the bugs out, but you're getting on as an early adopter in the back door, for free no less, to get people in ahead of time, get the jump on everybody. Go grab those influencers that get them over here, and they can run it like their membership platform. But um, if you want more information, I mean, Harry and I can't cover it all, but they have a YouTube channel, Social Goats YouTube channel. Go go check out their lives. They're documenting their process of
Yeah.
getting this started and letting people share in it. That's basically what they're doing with Harry and I. They're letting us share in watching them start a $1 billion business and take part in that. I mean, basically, they're tolerating everybody, right? Because they
Yeah,
have to be
it's
super busy. And it's like, okay, now we got to deal with people that some of them don't even know how to get on a computer, but they just brought in, I guess, friends and loved ones, right?
yes.
And
It
letting
was
them
just
get in.
close acquaintance, people that they already knew, no one that they were marketing towards. It was just, hey, I know you. We play tennis together, or we meet at the park. Maybe we go to church together. Who knows? But they're all just acquaintances, and so this group of people, like you said, they've had to just stomach some of these questions, like how do I get on Zoom? What what is a link? Some of
Yeah.
these questions. It has been just funny watching them start from ground zero, building this business, this $1 billion business to soon to be. So
All right, so here's your link here, basically. It's going to show up here. You'll have your own link. Don't share Harry and mine. You're sharing your own link. They've let Harry and I run with this and bring people in. And so that means you can also bring people in and get this jump on things. So, anyway,
Yeah.
that's it.
So
That's all I've
so
got. Do you have anything else?
just on your video, you're gonna put your link and make sure everyone knows where to find them to join under you. And then on my channel, I'll have my link. They can join under me. And the bottom line is it's the action that you take after you've gained this knowledge that is what equates to wisdom. Remember, you could be the smartest person, and if you do nothing with it, who cares? But if you're doing something with that, you benefit and everyone around you benefits. And that's what true wisdom is. And that's
Yeah.
one thing I can't stress enough. Use that link and then go talk to other people so they can find other people as well. It's just that's how the thing grows. And it's gonna build momentum. And one day you'll see that this is going to be the best thing that you ever signed up for.
Yeah, I think that people are like, oh, well, this is just taking part in the script and you're pushing blah blah blah. You're already in the script. Newsflash,
Yeah.
you're gonna keep living your life. You're gonna have to go to your job to pay your bills. You're gonna have to do this stuff anyway. So we're just showing you an easy way that you could supplement or this could be your income. And it's a,
Hey,
I don't know. It's
this,
once again that negativity, I'm not dealing with it anymore. I've had my fill. It comes every day at me and I'm going in a positive direction. I'm finding my inner joy. And this is part of it to get this money monkey off our backs is a big part of it. Make this place more tolerable while we got to be here. That's being an authority taken over. So Harry's a lot nicer than I am, so you might want to go over there and join under him, but we'll have we'll have it up on both channels. He
yeah,
cannot post to Devil's Playground 2 because when Nigel passed away, he didn't have the password, so and we couldn't get it. So it will be on Nost. Well, I'll just put a link to your channel too. I'll put the
yeah.
link to join under me, and I'll also put the link to Harry's channel if you want to join under him. And that's it. Thanks for taking some time and for bringing
Hey,
me in. Now I owe you for
don't
life. Um,
don't believe Anne Marie when she says that I'm nicer. She's one of the nicest people. But remember, it's all about, the synergy. You think that this is going to be just the way it always was. Let's break that cycle and do the best we can and make it positive. We'll take the negative and make it into a positive. That's
yes,
that's
please.
where everyone will benefit from.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Do you
Yeah.
have anything
All
else?
right. That's it. I mean, we've done it's long enough this video. I think we've made our point.
We're gonna do 5 minutes. But then I
Yeah.
started thinking of things, and I think people want questions answered, but definitely go to their YouTube channel and watch their
Yeah.
lives. That'll answer a lot, I think.
Mhm.
And that's it. All right, I'm going to shut
Yep.
the recording off.
All right, you guys take care.
Thanks everybody for listening. And
Mhm.
let's get positive and change our lives while we still got to
Yeah.
deal with this.